Lillian's mother and her boyfriend Pete are still recovering from massive burns and struggling to make sense of the tragedy.
You learn to push it to the back of the brain, but it sneaks in. It opens the back door and comes in, and some days you'll sit there and just cry like hell.
After interviewing hundreds of men and women from the swingers community, police are zeroing in on Ben Morrison as a strong person of interest.
Mr. Morrison, Detective McCall.
We found that he had a history of violence. We were thinking maybe he was the one who killed her, because if he can't have her, as he said, no one will have her.
I'd like to take a couple minutes of your time to talk about the death of Lillian Jarvis.
So we interviewed him as a potential suspect. He was looking good, had motive and means, but he had an alibi as to what he was doing at the time of the bombing, and we were able to corroborate it.
This bumps Ben down on the list of suspects, but he also has a suggestion for police.
Ever have any conversations with her ex-husband?
He said the ex-husband, you need to take a look at him. Things just kept going back to William.
We appreciate your time.
Members of the swingers group said that Lillian continued to come to the parties after the divorce, but that William wasn't allowed to.
They put up with William while the two of them were together, but once they split, he was out.
William was now on the outside looking in, and he didn't like the view one bit.
He was angry and he was jealous. She was posting pictures online with other men. She was still going to these swingers groups and he wasn't allowed to go. He was hearing rumors of her being out in the community with other people, dating these other men. This stuff enraged him.
William sees his wife having a lot of pleasure and getting a lot of attention, that would incense his feelings of pain, jealousy, powerlessness.
He's not the man. Some other guy's taking care of his wife, and we think that really infuriated him.
Detectives discover the couple also had unresolved financial issues.
As part of their divorce settlement, William was supposed to pay Lillian $28,000 and $1,800 a month for alimony and child support. But 8 months after the divorce, he hadn't paid her a dime.
They'd gone back to court once, and he had said he didn't have all the paperwork done, and the judge said, boy, this is the day you will have it done, or else you will be in jail.
William had a court date a few days after this incident to show up with the money or go to jail.
5 o'clock, logged on the computer, surfed around a little bit. And,
He has the motive, but he also has an alibi. William claims he logged onto his computer at 5:15 and left for work at 7:30 that morning.
Logged off around 7:30.
So detectives dig deeper, and records show a gaping hole in his story. Turns out, William's online activity stopped at 5:30 a.m.
If you don't have any action on a computer after like 15, 20 minutes, it automatically logs you off.
We'd like to go inside for a few minutes and look around.
Meaning William Jarvis could have been anywhere that morning.
He lived about 40 miles from where Lillian was living with her mother, and certainly had ample time to turn the computer on, drive to Jacksonville and back, and get to work by 7:30.
Did William really put his daughter in harm's way just to get rid of his ex-wife? Investigators return to his house.
They found a receipt, and that included the exact type of wrapping paper that was used to wrap the bomb in. They also found some model rocket igniters. Some of that was found in the debris.
The most interesting thing we found was he had purchased a box of condoms. I knew that there was an accelerant, gasoline, that was used in the device.
He had filled condoms with gasoline to kind of maximize the explosive nature of the bomb.
Although the house has been cleaned from top to bottom, the search turns up trace amounts of gunpowder in William's kitchen and some unusual files saved on CD.
He had done a lot of research on how federal agencies and local agencies do their bombing investigations and the things they look for.
On February 21st, 2001, William Jarvis is arrested and charged with first-degree murder and arson.
I was wishing in a half sense that he would try to run so they could shoot him. But then I thought, no, I want him to suffer. I really want him to suffer.
Did you build that bomb?
I had nothing to do with it, no.
Bill, did you place that bomb on the doorstep?
I did not.
At trial, William pleads not guilty, saying there was an innocent reason why he purchased the rocket igniters.
He tried to explain that receipt by saying that flying model rockets was one of his all-time hobbies, but the evidence against William just kept piling up.
You recognize that?
Yes, sir, they are some wires, there's some solder.
There was the wrapping paper, there was the wire, there was the gunpowder, the stuff on his computer files, and there was the motive.
These are all just items that I used around the house.
William Jarvis thought he was smarter than the police. He thought he was smarter than the prosecutors. He thought he was smarter than everybody. The irony of that is that had he not kept that receipt, he very likely would never have been caught.
The prosecution lays out the grisly events leading up to the fatal bombing. According to the evidence, William purchased many of the items to build the explosive. He constructed the bomb and placed it in a tackle box. He then wrapped the box in Christmas paper and drove it down to Marjorie's house.
He had plenty of time to leave his house, go down there, place the device, stick around for a little bit, and then leave and go back to where he worked.
While Marjorie unwittingly brought the bomb into the house, she has no regrets.
I was always glad in one sense I did bring it on, because if it was laying out on the streets like that, basically, a child could have picked it up and opened it, and they could have been killed. And I don't think Lil would want someone else to die instead of her.
I can't believe somebody could hate someone that bad. Had she opened that in the great room or wherever, it'd have killed them all. Who does that? Who wants to kill your wife and then your child that you had with her?
Clearly, he wasn't over her. This is the worst case scenario of a sick person acting out in the worst way possible. So there's so many reasons why William's rage could have been mounting, but we do know that for him to take such extreme sociopathic retaliation, he was really hurting, and he probably felt like, how dare she? How dare she move on before me? How dare she enjoy life before me? I'm in pain. She's not. That's not fair. Sounds really clear that he was acting out on his jealousy and probably his sense of ownership. That's my wife. Nobody else can have her until, just some level of ownership that probably was intact. Often when we break up, when we have breakups that are ugly, this situation is like the worst case of an alternative relationship gone bad.
This was not only a crime of rage, this was a crime of calculated rage. This was him investing the energy, buying the materials, putting everything together, delivering it. This was well planned and well thought out.
William had an ego. He had to be number one. He had to be the man. He could see the activities. He could see some of the emails that were going back and forth. Lillian was being wooed by many men. I believe those things just really upset him immensely, knowing that, here's his wife just having, the time of her life, and here's him. Nobody likes him no more. So I think that's one of the things that probably set him off.
In this case, gossip was deadly because it fueled William Jarvis's jealousy, his rage, and it was deadly to Lillian. It also was deadly, in a sense, to William because it got him convicted.
One of the hardest parts about Lillian dying is that her daughter basically has no one because her mommy is in heaven and her father is in jail for the murder. The pain that you suffer and the horror that you see, you never get over it. There's always a spot inside you that hurts, and there's a hole. And you'll never be able to fix it.